Hello and welcome back to Third Age Total War, playing the Divide and Conquer mod as the Dwarves of Ered Luin. We are now at turn 77 of this campaign. Our economy is flourishing and our military is thriving. We got this message that came up. They came by foot and by wagon they came. The ground shook as the countless siege machines trundled across the pathways and fields of Eriador. After 2 long years, the armies of the dwarves came to Ered Luin to put us down. Although they did not, because we got the alliances with them, so I think this message isn't supposed to appear. But here against the mighty pillars of the earth we stood our ground. We resisted their volleys time and time again. With the almighty strength of crossbows we endured. Now one dwarven nation stands head and shoulder above the rest. Let all the world look in awe and know the dwarves of Ered Luin are supreme. Osgiliath was retaken. During the intern phase, Angmar sent an army and they took Ostgalone. I tried doing the battle and recording it, however, after losing it, of course, I got a runtime error and the game crashed, so I just auto-resolved it afterwards, and I had about the same results as actually doing the battle. So, what we need to do is retake this land so we don't have this weird Angmar block in between our borders. We are training more units and sending more units to the front, and we have a lot of buildings to go through now. So now that Kahuzanar has the mining network, I say we just work on building this place into perhaps a population center. Let's get the healer's post there. Fahamgoth will finish the Telkaran armor, leaving only the Hall of Aurle, which we will pick up next. Garth Heligoth has its healer's post done, so we might as well get the Master Stoneworker's Hall. It's the only thing that's remaining, and what we will do is once Kahuzanar increases in population, we can then send its population over to Garth Heligoth, or perhaps even Faham Gothel's population, since it can't upgrade at all. That way we can upgrade Garth Heligoth to a dwarven castle. We finished the brewery in Perth and Luin, and now we are just waiting for its population to increase as well. And in Buzzardoom, the Master Stoneworker's Hall is done. So from here we could get roads, which would give us another 600 gold from trade, but another 200 lost from corruption. We really need to fix that corruption out here, and I don't know what else we can do. Our governor has good acumen, but he needs to get some traits that help with corruption, so we're waiting for that. The only thing we could potentially get is... Actually, there is nothing else we could get here that would increase in law, so maybe we just go for the mining network instead. If we grab that, we will make much more money from mining. Of course, we will lose some from corruption, but we'll gain more population as well, which may give us increase the chance that once we get to 5,000 we can build more governor buildings here. So we will go for that. Oh, we had a new general come of age, Frerin, who I believe is the son of Clan Lord Gore. Let's see, where is he? Yeah, there he is. He is a 16-year-old son of Clan Lord Gore, our faction leader. So I think we will leave him to be the governor in Thorod's Hall so that we can send Clan Lord Gore out. Anything we can transfer to him. We could give him the sculptor, which, that's weird. It says that we did that, but it's still on Clan Lord Gore. Okay, no, it's not, so that's good. We'll keep everything else. Maybe we'll give him the Dwarven Flute as well. Because we don't really need that. We want to have everything else. Now we will send... We could retrain Gore, although we don't have the Hall of Aurle, so I don't think we can improve his armor yet. Yeah, we cannot. So let's just send him out, along with some Longbeard swordsmen, Longbeard crossbows, and Longbeard phalanx. We'll also send them out with scouts, and I think we're waiting for the merchant cavalry to get their armor upgrades, so we'll hold off on that. We'll begin to send him out where he can meet up with the rest of our forces over here. We'll send these units back as well, and then these guys will just wait for Clan Lord Gore on the bridge. And then we also could send some forces from Grinfarn out over here, and I would like to get some of the rings transferred over, as well as the stewardship to the new Dwarven heir over here. Or perhaps I can even use... I don't want to leave him as a governor, but he would be a really good governor. So maybe we do use him as the steward and retire Grinfarn for now until we can amass an army and send him perhaps south to Erebor. It's a tough choice because I want to keep him in the front lines, but he'd also make us a lot of money over there. Although he's probably getting a little messed up from all of these rings. So if we were to take him out, we'll keep him for now. As soon as Clan Lord Gore is out in the front, we'll just use Gore, Grain, and Nara to push east, send Grinfarn back to Thorin's Halls, and maybe even send Frerin to be the governor of Forlond. That might be a good choice. And have these units meet up with Clan Herald Grain, who is in the middle of upgrading Mitchell Delving. And then our spies can show that Freerost is basically free for the taking. Angmar is sending more armies down there, but nothing that we can't handle. They're besieging a Numinos, but I can't imagine they'll actually succeed in taking it. Although they do have another army, so perhaps if they do take a Numinos, we can then swoop in. So we'll stand by over here and then push for Freerost in the north. Are our troops ready? We do have another ballista. We can send in Gabilgathul Guard and the Longbeard Phalanx, so that'll give us a couple of elite units. But maybe, I think it's tough because I want to wait for the armor upgrades, but we should be pushing now. So we will go ahead and do that. Is there anything else we can send out? No, I think that's it, and we're already training everything else that we can here. Is Garth Heligoth retraining its units? It is, and it isn't at the same time. Let's go ahead and send the damaged units back, and the ones that need armor upgrades. As it only takes them like a turn to get there, and then we'll send them forward as well. We have this spy, or not this spy, this diplomat. He's just going to wander around, go to Darwinian, get map information over there. And we had a mission to get map information with Mordor. Let's see if they've taken any of the border settlements yet in Gondor. Looks like they're working on it, so we'll just hold him here for now and see what they do. And we've already moved these spies, so I think all that's left is for us to end our turn. But before we do that, let's see if we can get another boat yet. Unfortunately, there isn't any boats available for recruitment. What about in the north? Nar, can you get one? Nope, no longboats there either, so we'll just hold off, and we'll cut it when the turn begins. And here we are, and this is perhaps the lamest dwarf I've ever seen, so we are not going to take him. We can get the Axesmiths Guild in Forlond. I forget, do we get any other guilds? I think we only get that one. Yeah, we might as well. There's no reason not to. Forlost is assaulted. If Aragorn is still there, that means that if he dies, we might be able to then just send a spy to Imladris to get the Shards of Narsil, and we won't have to worry about actually attacking the Dunedain. Lothlorien is at war with Moria. Oh, so that must mean that Khazad-dûm might have lost Khazad-dûm? It still says they have it. Maybe they're pushing in from around. Yeah, they're up here, so maybe they've taken that territory. Maybe we go ahead and send our diplomat up that way. And for construction, we finished the Telkaran armor in Thorin's Hall, so now we will get the Hall of Aule. And then after that, we really need to get our miners' quarters up so we can get more recruitment slots, because only 2 per turn is really slow. And Harlan finished the miners' quarters, so that's going to help with the corruption a little bit there. Next up, if we get the Town Guard, that will reduce it by another 70. However, or we could go for the Great Roads, which would give us 500 more. Now, it's always tough to decide. We could also even get the Armory, and that would help with the law as well. How much does that do? That gives us much more than just the Town Guard, and if we did both and the Miners' Union, we'd only have 420 corruption. So maybe we queue it up that way. Well, let's get the Great Roads. We might as well just maximize our income first and then worry about mitigating the expenditures of corruption. So Clan Herald Grain has a musician and Old Vineyards Wine. I don't know why he has that. Oh, the finest wine from the South Farthing. Okay, so it's because he's in these regions now. And we'll get the rest of his reinforcements to him. Gore is on his way to the east. He does have that governor's trait, but once that goes away... I think it already did. Yeah, it must have already gone. Get these units back to Thorin's Halls. Then these guys will just meet up here, and then we can soon take back this settlement. How many command stars does he have? He's got 10. So I'm actually giving him more than he should be able to command. And we'll deal with that when that time happens. So looks like they are still going to push for a Numinos. I want to wait to see if they take it, because I'd love to have a Numinos for myself. And then we are... What were we doing up here? Oh yeah, we were waiting for reinforcements. And for these troops to get retrained. So if we do that... Let's train the weak ones first. We'll have a decent army to push into the east with. Let's take Nar, the Ballista, the Catapult, and the Firewood Warriors, and all of these guys to push east. Can we just leave it? Would that be okay? I suppose there's no other unit here, but just in case, we can train a extra laborer to garrison the place. And Mithlon, we're making less money because of this High Elf Navy, and then even Angmar sent a longboat to attack us, so we need to take that out. Looks like we'll probably need to do 3 battles to actually sink that ship. Where'd it go? I can't tell where it went. If we attack the High Elven Navy, we of course would definitely lose. And I don't think we can still get anything yet, unfortunately. We cannot there. I'm just waiting for the turn to happen where it lets us actually train a ship. And we're just holding out here, waiting for the culture to change to our own Dwarven culture, so we can actually train those units. Until then, they need to defend, and we'll push up to the north. What I'd like to do is also get an army to go kill King Theoden, and get, wherever he may be, to go get the horn. But we will need a full stack for that, most likely. Alright, and we are offered the Axesmiths Guild in Gehuzanar, but let's take a look at our other construction first. Michael Delving has finished its mining complex, so yeah, look at that. That is truly a magnificent dwarven town. Can we go up even more? We can, once we get to 16,000 population. However, it's going to take a lot of food production to get there, as well as healers' posts. I wonder if we should just go for that. If we go for Great Roads, that wouldn't make us too much money. Oh yeah, because we're not trading with Bree, are we? Oh no, we definitely are. Maybe it's just the resources here. We've got to be trading with Bree. Yes, we are indeed. I wonder why the Great Roads actually aren't giving me that much of a boost then. If we could grab the market, that would make us more money. Should we just make Michael Delving into the next big dwarven city on the front? If we get the pub, we can make ourselves into dwarves even quicker. So let's go for that next. We'll make Michael Delving another future outpost for us. The One Ring is in Umbar. That is way too far for us to get to, and Erebor is besieged. Arquetta finished the healer's post. Nothing else we can really do here, but wait. Let's get the armory next. And then we'll accept the guild in Gehuzanar. We have a new family member, Fenja, and our admiral got the mercenary captain trait. So he has more movement points and command, so that is nice to have. Gore is going to keep pushing to Ostgalone. And since he has 5 stars, does he get 1 extra for attacking? He has 1 command for fighting with infantry, 1 command with walls. Let's just say he can only put in 10, so we can put in 5 more units. We have only 1 pike right now, so let's take 3 more pikes. And then we will also take, do we want more infantry or do we want more crossbows? Let's take Firebeard Warriors. I think that would be good. That way we have 1 AP infantry, we have 3 crossbows to use, and plenty of pikes. And the rest of these troops can be used just to garrison the township over here. And then we'll send the next wave of reinforcements to Clan Herald Grain. Let's retrain both the Grimborn Reavers. And then Fahamgathul, you're also retraining, so let's get the golden armor units out to the front. I think I did see a Angmar army pushing up. Ah, there it is, so we will get into at least one battle this episode. So we got Nar versus Captain Malfin, and it's a lot of 3 Ironcrown tier units, so now we are getting into the real bread and butter of Angmar's post-barracks event power. Let's clear up this fog a bit. There we go, a perfect clear day to be a skewered men of Angmar. So let's see, we can put these 2 batteries on the hill here. I don't think they had any cav, did they? I don't recall seeing that. Maybe we can just do 1 big artillery battery just right here on this flank. I like that idea. I like that idea, excuse me. Then we can put a phalanx here. Maybe we could even do it like right inside. Would that work? Would that keep them at bay from disrupting the artillery? Let's try that. I want to make sure that the forces aren't going to be skewered though. Because if I don't want to start losing pikemen to our own ballista. This guy, he's in a very dangerous spot. Let's see how that works. If anyone dies, then we won't do this again. Put them all out on their one side. And then we have, this will be our front line. We'll put Nar in the front, as he is a beast. He will be supported by a Longbeard phalanx on one side, Longbeard swordsman on the other. Let's pull him back a little bit more. We don't have any archers here, but we do have that cavalry. And we do have the artillery, so I think we'll be okay. We'll have Gabilgathul Guard and Firebeard Warriors in the rear. And we'll use our cav as effectively as we can. Oh, they have deployed on our flank. Let's go ahead and change up our tactics here. Put it on ×6 until everyone's moved around. So basically they went straight for that hill and on that flank, and they're just going to corner camp up there. That's okay. We'll show them why that's a bad idea, because we have superior dwarven infantry. I'm not too worried about fighting uphill. That doesn't bother me at all. Ideally, we'd like to shoot at this side over here, where they have the Ironcrown warriors, pikemen, and halberdiers. The halberdiers might be the only thing that can do a true amount of damage to us. And then once they're in melee, we'll switch to shooting at the archers. We'll keep moving up. That'll do. We're not in range yet, but we should be getting close. The hill is definitely going to mess with us a little bit. Ideally, if we can do a grape shot here, that would be preferred. On ballista. Let's go, actually not grape shot, let's do a mortar shot right there on the halberdiers, and then have the ballista fire at the Ironcrown warriors. With one fire at them, one fire at the halberdiers, that way they don't do overlapping shots. I'm hoping, even though there's a hill here, I'm hoping they can still make solid contact. So let's see how this goes. Catapults, of course, won't care at all. Here comes the shots from them. Let's see how first contact goes. Ooh, right on the pikemen, and this one hit the flank of the halberds. That did quite a bit of damage to them. 30% in one shot. And our ballista, I think... Oop, no, do not go on fire mode. I don't want that. It is cool, though. It looks very cool, but we want to have the double shots coming in. Ooh, and another shot hit the Angmar archers and the Ironcrown warriors. We'll go ahead and push up our forces here. And the ballista looks like they got a couple kills. But the mortar didn't overshoot too much. Ooh, that was a perfect shot. That just shows how devastating these are. So yeah, we have definitely mitigated a lot of that strength of those units. And here come the ballista shots, piercing the Ironcrown halberdiers. We'll go ahead and have the catapult switch to the archers over here now. Let's go ahead and get the cavalry in there to support the rest of our units. Done quite a bit of damage. They are doing some damage with their archers now. These are proper longbowmen. Okay, we'll go ahead and switch targets with the ballista. And pull out before we get skewered by our own ballista. I think these guys are just going to be held in reserve, so that's okay. Keep using our cavalry to charge into the archers and do as much damage as we can to them. How are these guys in melee? They have a 6 attack, that's not too bad. I'll pull out again and get another charge, and try to get a counter charge with our Firebeard warriors over here. See if we can get another shot. Perfect. Alright, now I think we will stop with the ballista. Let's see if we can move the battery up. And no reason to have these guys out in the back anymore. We'll rush them up to the front line. They do have these Rudar Savages, which are going to do a decent amount of damage to our heavy armored dwarves. However, I do think that since we, since they have such high defensive skill as well as shield, that their AP won't help them too much. Let's go ahead and get some flanking charges on with our cavalry now. Oh, looks like they are just bloodthirsty right now. We'll go ahead and just go straight into the middle first of all. Oh, looks like they're just going to keep doing a charge, so we won't fire with our artillery yet. Let's go ahead and pull out and get these guys into the front of combat here.
The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost.
The general should be somewhere in that blob. Try to see if we can get another charge in on the Angmar longbowmen. There we go. I'm clipping into a couple Angmar infantry. We'll keep moving up the artillery. Cavalry's just gonna have to hold there. Maybe we send them out a little bit more. Pikes are coming in. They should be able to help finish up the rest of this fight here. There's one weakness with the Longbeard units, and it's that they don't have as many soldiers in their battalion. So once they take casualties, it really starts to hurt them. But they are incredibly elite, so I'm not too concerned. And after all, we can always just send in reinforcements later. Looks like the rest of them are routing now, so this is good for us. Let's see if we can get a counter charge in. Are they going to do it? There we go. This should hurt them a lot since they're charging into us. The merchant cav aren't the best at charging heavy infantry. pull these guys out, move these guys forward. I'll go ahead and use flaming shots on these Ironcrown longbowmen so we can see where the ballista shots are going. They should be able to rout off the Angmar infantry once we charge them from behind. There we go, getting quite a few kills there. The Logithal Guard are pushing through as well, and our Longbeard swordsmen are coming in from the flank. Oh, they do have a unit trying to flank us. That's not good. Here comes the flaming shots, just so that we can see where they are, and that did some decent damage, actually. Let's go ahead and get these guys on these units. They captured their general, so now he won't be able to do anything else to us. I will just keep letting the ballista deal with the archers for now while we chase off the rest of them. They should hopefully rout sooner or later. And even though they're in a loose formation, we are getting a decent amount of penetration. Capture all of these hillmen over here. Oh yeah, 5 men got skewered there. That's really good. What's going on with... Oh, they're getting killed by the ballistic rows. Like, why are our catapults dying? Oh, these guys got disrupted by routing units. That is really annoying. Alright, come on, just capture the rest of them. How hard is it? Sometimes when they chase enemies, they go into this weird formation where they just run around the enemy instead of actually trying to capture them. Looks like the ballista are just aiming for the same spot, so they're not going to get too many more hits, unfortunately. So now we do just need to get into melee with them. Oh, never mind, they are running. So that is the battle. Let's try not to get any friendly fire now. And if we can catch them, I'd like to, but I think they're going to get out. Alright, we got blocked on our own units over here. Can we catch a single one? No, they're going to get out. Well, it's 148 to 1325, and it counted that as a heroic victory. Oh, and this is the Battle of Erebor and Dale, where King Dane is defending the body of King Brand, is it? I think it's Brand at this point. It's either Brand or Bjarn. I think Bjarn is Bard the Bowman's son, and then Bard the Bowman's grandson becomes king at this time. Go ahead and execute. I don't want to keep... We have no need for extra money now, and we don't want to keep fighting these armies. Maybe we just ignore these guys and go straight for Freeros, and if they attack us, then so be it. But we want to take this town next. Now we are but one turn away with Clan Lord Gore. Let's go ahead and end the turn and see if we can do that battle next for Oskalon. I'd like to end it after that one. And we are back. Now it is turn 80, and the Angmar are still besieging our ports. So we'll have to teach their longboat another lesson today. We haven't sunk it, so it will be back. I wonder if it just went out this way. It's hard to tell. Maybe we send out one scout ship to find it. Well, we couldn't find it, so much for that chase. The other reason I want to take Freeros is to stop them from grabbing the mercenary ships over here. And are they just ignoring me? They are just ignoring me. We finished the healer's post in Gehuzanar. So up next, we'll get the smoking house so we can get an extra spy. And Forlon finished its great roads. We still have a big corruption issue over here, though. Could get the Grand Exchange and make a lot more money. We get the Miners' Union, we'll have even more law. And that'll bring the corruption down. I feel like that's what we really need to do to start making more money, is eliminate the corruption that we have in these towns. And we still can't do anything about these high elves. I think that will actually do it for this episode. It is Easter, and I think I just hear my family is coming in, so I will have to end it here. Hope you guys also had a happy holiday, and until next time.